It is my sincere pleasure to be here this morning to come and make some opening remarks. And on behalf of the people and the government of Fiji, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to you all. Many of you have traveled very far to come here, and I'm grateful for your commitment and dedication. We are gathering here today to discuss the future needs associated with possible approaches to address slow onset events under the UNFCCC's work program on loss and damage associated with climate change impacts in developing countries. For this, Nandi could not be a more fitting venue for our deliberation. As some of you may remember, Fiji suffered the most severe flooding in its history during January and April in 2012, with Nandi and nearby areas in Western Fiji bearing the brunt of the socio-economic and environmental devastation from which we are still recovering. Although the attribution of specific extreme weather events to climate change remains a focus of scientific debate, we have been observing and experiencing these events in higher frequency and increasing intensity. In addition to destructive extreme weather events, climate-related slow onset events such as sea level rise, ocean acidification, and rising sea surface water have wide-ranging and profound impacts on our society and economy. Facing encroaching waters, entire villages in parts of my country have to be relocated, with significant social, economic, and environmental consequences. In addition, these events threaten the integrity and functioning of ecosystems, especially marine and coastal ecosystems. This has severe implications for Fiji's economic development, with the country's dependence upon natural resources for its primary industries of fisheries, forestry, and agriculture. Confronted with the additional challenges of delivering socio-economic development to its people under a changing climate, the government of Fiji, working closely with its regional and international partners, has been at the forefront of taking concrete climate change actions. Through a thorough consultative process, we launched our national climate change policy in March 2012. The policy outlines a process for mainstreaming of climate change-related impacts into all line ministries. While striving to guide the national efforts to promote the development of renewable energy resources, the policy places the reduction of vulnerability and enhancing of resilience to climate change impacts of Fiji's communities squarely at the center of the national climate change response. In addition, we are now in the final stages of adopting a relocation guideline that will accompany the policy and help government manage the imminent challenge of climate-induced migration within Fiji's borders. In addition to rigorous domestic actions, Fiji has been actively engaged in regional and global climate change discourses. In particular, Fiji was given the honor of chairing the Group of 77 in China for 2013. The G77 provides the means for the developing countries to articulate and promote collective economic interests and enhance joint negotiating capacity on all major international economic issues within the United Nations system. It also actively promotes South-South cooperation for development. Regionally, Fiji works continuously with its fellow Pacific Island countries in developing and implementing regional climate change strategies, and in providing the international community strong and unified perspectives on how best to address the global challenge of climate change through genuine partnership and collaboration. Only last month, Fiji hosted the inaugural meeting of the Pacific Islands Development Forum. For the first time in the Pacific, a forum was established that brings together high-level representatives from Pacific Island governments and territories, civil society, private sector, and our development partners with a focus on sustainable development. The meeting was very successful and came up with new innovative ways and strategies to effectively address sustainable development in the Pacific. Like many small island developing states, Fiji's capacity to respond to climate change is often constrained by economic, financial, and technological resources. On one hand, the Fijian government has to help communities to relocate to escape the rising sea level. At the same time, our country is still rebuilding and recovering from severe flooding and devastated its towns, communities, and infrastructure early last year. These are realities that urge and guide our efforts in working with partners of the international community towards an international mechanism to address loss and damage arising from the adverse impacts of climate change. In this connection, the government and people of Fiji are honored to host this critically important expert meeting here in Nadi. I hope the naturally healing surroundings of Nadi will help you recover from your demanding travels, and our beautiful but highly vulnerable islands will provide you with abundant energy, compassion, and inspiration as you start your deliberations. Once again, welcome to Fiji. I wish you well in your deliberations and a very productive and pleasant stay in my country. Yunaka Bagalevu, and thank you.